is dating. I'm in consistent, constant conflict with natural urges and repulsed feelings. The man can be fine. I mean fine, and do something as simple as breathe, and that becomes a reason for me not to pursue him. I start saying things like, Gia, you know he'll get on your last nerves. You saw how he was taking up all the oxygen in the room. Then my lungs will chime in with, girl, yes. Got me grasping for air because his nostrils flared like nobody else needed to breathe. Something that simple will make me find an excuse to exit the scene. It takes months for me to have the courage to venture out of my house into the fray of dating again. For this reason, I rely on impulse and hormones to pick for me. It's like I have to put on invisible blinders and act like a night commercial. Just do it. That's how I found myself in my last conundrum. I met him at an atheist gathering. He was cute, but nothing special. He was just single. I know my bar was low after being in a situationship, but I wanted to try to date a kind of available person. His come on line was, I'm a nice guy and I have good credit. Okay, we're off to a good start. He's a nice guy, he's got good credit, won't be asking me for lunch. My brain and anxiety kicks in and starts picking out stuff. Girl, he is young enough to be your son. He's got kids young enough to be your great-grandkids. He's going through a divorce. Leave that child alone. But I've been doing shadow work. So my much younger self starts screaming, I don't want to be married. I just want availability. Please let me take this man on a test drive. Against all my better judgment, I let my inner child have her way. Plenty of phone calls take place. I burn a couple of batches of Brussels sprouts while my teenage self is giggling and talking on the phone. Hanging on to every word and story about football and Master P, my teenage self was acting a fool. Finally, the time comes for Netflix and chill. We Netflix and chill my body into a state of need for some ibuprofen. I could tell he was a watcher of adult material by the way he was showing me all the classic romance novel moves. Y'all know the moves. It's like yoga for horny people. At the end of the night, I was debating if I should make a visit to the local emergency room or settle for a hot bath and ibuprofen. This went on for a while. My older brain was waiting for my younger, obviously deprived sexual self to decide enough was enough. I mean, I can only listen to Master P go na-na so many times, and then it happened. I invited him to the Pussy Palace. He shows up primed for work. We do romance, novel, yoga, sex, and fall asleep. The next day, I'm getting ready for my shift at the Sky Zoo, and he is snoring like one of the animals I take care of. He finally wakes, peeks his head in the shower, kisses me goodbye, and goes about his way. I start to strip my bed because I can't stand the after effects of yoga, and that's when I notice his little gift. He left a toenail on my beautiful bed. I was appalled. I had to put on a hazmat suit to extract that gross appendage from my sheets. I mean, it didn't matter that we had exchanged sweat and saliva. It was a toenail that appeared to be off his big toe, and that did him in. My younger self was so angry, she called him and made sure she fussed and cussed so that he could understand his cardinal sin. I ended up mailing that toenail back to him. That incident ended my venture into dating. Sealing the deal that men still can't be trusted, and dating is overrated. I survived surviving another day.